Hi, this is Kim, and today I'm going to show you some autumn and Halloween decks. I'll light some incense first. Today's holiday. Today's Friday the 13th, and I thought what better day to do it than today. Let's get some incense lit. I got a pile of decks beside me, so it might take a bit. That should be good enough. Alright. So what we're going to start with, I pulled this out of Purgatory. I'm going to give it another chance. I haven't worked with it in a couple of years, but I forget how it reads. But I'm going to give it another chance because I kind of rushed when I put things in Purgatory. Here's the backs. It has gold gilding. Comes with just a little guidebook. Just little upright and reversed. Make sure I'm not glaring here. Tried to work on my lighting. So every video I've done, it seems to glare really bad. And I've turned my ring light around to see if I can't get it to give indirect lighting. It don't seem to be glaring. This looks like a good deck for spooky season. Emperor, the Tower, Five of Cups, Justice. I'm going to give it another try. I remember it did read good. It's just I never was called to it. That's why I put it in Purgatory. This is the Gothic Horror Tarot. I'm not sure if I told you. I'll show you how it shuffles. It shuffles real good. If I remember right. I'll tell you the ones I pulled out of Purgatory. Whoops. Well, that wasn't good, was it? See, it shuffles really good. Real slippery. It's got glossy cardstock. So that is the Gothic Horror Tarot. I'm going to read with it and see how it works this year. If I don't keep these in the boxes, I'm going to end up with a real big mess. Next is the Tarot Volatile. Should have probably taken these all out of their boxes before I started. I edged mine in a brown. Here's the backs, and all the extra cards are in the bottom. Make sure I'm not glaring again. This is a linen cardstock. It's a beautiful deck. I haven't worked with it much in a while. I've gotten so many new decks in that I work with them instead. But I'm ready to pull it out and work with it. I've got the expansion pack, but I've just got the base deck that I'm going to work with right now. I've taken the vessel suit out. I just like the base deck to begin with. You can notice where mine has bled somewhat on the edges. But once I started, I couldn't not edge it. I had to go on with the whole deck. I like it. It doesn't bother me at all. Alright, so that's the Tarot Volatile. And it shuffles like a dream. Let's see how I have to do this here. I keep them separated from the rest of the deck. Alright. Next up we have the Crowley Tarot. The Tarot of Crowley, sorry. Oh yeah, and it comes with a certificate of authenticity. Here's the backs, and I have not edged it. It's just white. Let's see, I am getting kind of a glare on this one. Ace of Wands, the Magician, Six of Cups, Nine of Wands, Ten of Cups, Five of Wands, the Empress, Nine of Swords, the Sun, Five of Cups, Eight of Swords, King of Swords. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. King of Wands, Three of Wands, Page of Swords. That's the King of Cups. This is an awesome deck. It reads really well, too. I like the way it reads. It's not really creepy enough for me, but I like it a lot. And that is the Tarot of Crowley. Next is Myths and Mermaids, Oracle of the Water. And I modified this one. I edged the sides in a rainbow. Let's see what I got going on here. That was the last card I drew. Here's the backs, and it comes in a really thick cardstock with a guidebook. Comes with a little keywords at the bottom. Some of them are this way. Some of them are upright. This is Sea Besties, Tale of the Mossy Gold, Mermaid with that baby alligator, Big Blue Whale, Stardust Angel. I love these with the big eyes. I think they're beautiful. And this gives good messages, it really does, in the guidebook. You just have to look it up, that's the only thing. Halcyon, the Golden Mermaid. So that's Myths and Mermaids, Oracle of the Water by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Alright, let's see if I can't get this further over so I can make more room. Next up, we have the Dark Mansion. And mine has the blue backs. It's edged in a black. This is the Nine of Swords. I think you can read this one okay. It's on a matte cardstock. And it's really not hard to shuffle. I'll show you how it shuffles when I get done. It's a good reader. I haven't read with it since last year, but I remember it being a really good reader. It does not come with a guidebook. But it's good for this time of the year. Got that Tim Burton feel with the little necks and the big heads. I love the artwork and the bright colors off the black background. The colors just pop. Alright, so that's the Dark Mansion. I'll show you how it shuffles. Actually, it doesn't shuffle bad at all. It just sticks. Just kind of sticks when you try to slide it together, that's all. But it shuffles good. And it reads good too. Just don't have a guidebook. Alright, next up is the Oracle of Echoes. This is the second edition. I edged mine in a semi-green, and here's the backs. This is Create Space. They give you a keyword at the bottom. And it comes with a online guidebook, I believe, if I remember right. Look Within. Beautiful artwork. Limitless. Imperfect Beauty. Courage. A Journey. Decisions. Goddess Speaks. Fear. Protection. Spirit Heals. Look at the artwork and the colors. Isn't that just gorgeous? I really love it. This goes good with just about anything. It pairs well with just about anything you put it with. Deceit. Symbiosis. Inner Child. So that's the Oracle of Echoes by Anna Turian, 2nd edition. All right, next up we have the Poe Tarot by Trish Leigh Schiffelt. Now this one I've never read with before, but I've looked through it several times. Comes with a big guidebook, big chunky guidebook. And it does come edged in this metallic deep red, and here's the backs. And it comes with a blip on the bottom. Let's see if I'm glaring. There. I like the artwork and I like the sayings on the bottom. I've just never been called to use it. I haven't had it a whole long time. I'm going to pull it out now this season and see how it reads. Beautiful artwork. And I do like the sayings on the bottom. They're cute. Some of them are just one sentence, and others have a paragraph. All right, so that's the Poe Tarot. It's black and white, as you can see. It pairs, looks like it would pair well with other decks. I'll find out this season. All right, next up, we have The Weird of Sarah Howard by Gabby Angus West. And it's just a little bitty deck. It comes with a little guidebook, like a little white book. Here's, I edged mine in a yellow. Here's the backs. Title card. Halfway there. It's hard to read the titles on them. Too Cold Even for the Dog. Okay, sometimes it's good to share. It comes with the Playing Card Association at the top. I always wanted to swim with dolphins. And the messages that come in the guidebook are really good. I hear the universe scrying in the water, bringing you home. I can't wait to get the new deck that she's got coming out next month. The Bonefire, is that what it is? Yeah, the new copy. Let's see how it pairs with this one. I'm sure it'll be a good match. Never Truly Alone. That's what scares me in the water. I'm terrified of water that I can't see in. Lord have mercy, I freak out. Anyway, that's The Weird of Sarah Howard by Gabby Angus West. That'd be a good one to pair this season. Next up, we have The Serpent and the Peacock Tarot. I just got this one in I don't know, a week or so ago. Comes with the gold sides. Here's the backs. So I haven't read with it yet. See, am I glaring a little bit? So I have not read with this. I've only looked through it a few times. I love the artwork. I love the images. I'm excited to work with it. I'm sure it's going to be fine. I was drawn to this deck. I've seen it on other YouTubers' channels, so I had to get it. I'm excited to work with it. Magician. That's an odd image. That's what we look for at this time of year. Odd and strange, different. So that's the Serpent and the Peacock. Love this tin it came in. Love tin decks. It comes with a big guidebook, but I'm not going to show you the guidebook. Next up is the Lydia Tarot. Madame Lydia Wilhelmina's Tarot Monsters of the Macabre and Autumn Scenes. That's the longest name of a deck I've ever seen in my life. Edge mine in the gold, and here's the backs. Let's see if I can get it to not glare. There we go. The Magician. I love the artwork in this deck. I love the weird eyes and just the weird macabre look on their faces. The Five of Wands. Temperance, like her. The World. Ten of Cups. Six of Cups. Let's find some weird ones. Now that I'm looking for them, I'm not going to be able to find them. Like that. Strength. Oh, there's one I'm thinking of. That one's creepy with the creepy kids. That one. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. I think that's the one I was thinking of. That one's good. Anyway, that's the Lydia Tarot. This is one of my favorites for spooky season. It reads like a dream. Reads really good. I'll show you how it shuffles. Shuffles good. I haven't had it out since last Halloween, but it reads really good. I do remember that much. So I'm excited to get back working with this. Okay. Next up, we have the Roots and Wings Mini Oracle deck. I left this out of my mini collection. Forgot all about it. This is the way it came to me, so I keep it in the same way. And it's not edged it. Here's the backs, and it's on a glossy stock. There we go. This pairs well with a lot of decks. Love the artwork. Easy to read. Comes with a little tiny pamphlet for the keywords for it. Definitions or divinatory meaning. Oh, excuse me, I gotta get a drink. My mouth is dry. Sorry. This is a good deck. Works good with a lot of tarot decks. Pairs really well. Alright, so that's the mini Roots and Wings. You put it back like it came. Okay, next up we got the Sicoli Oracle. This is a good reader. I've used this all throughout the year. Comes with a little guidebook with many languages. Edge mine in a pink. There's the backs. This got a glossy stock. Doesn't come with any keywords. You just look up the number in the guidebook. But the artwork is great. It's just like the Sicoli Tarot, Nicoletta Ciccoli. Love the artwork. She's an amazing artist. Kind of cute and creepy all at the same time, but it's a good reader all throughout the year. Okay, so that was the Sicoli Oracle. Next up, we have the Earth Whisperers Tarot. This is a kind of a creepy deck. Wonder if I have it in order, because that's the Fool. I didn't edge it. It's a plastic cardstock. Here's the backs. That's the Fool. Yeah, I've got it in order. So I was planning on doing a walkthrough of it. I love this deck. Like glaring, not too bad. It's got some really weird images in it, but I love this deck to pieces. I haven't worked with it in a while. The Mind Suit's really good. That's the swords. Alright, let me get some of the other ones. There's Earth. Heart would be Cups. And Spirit, I think is Wands, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so that was Earth Whisperers Tarot. That's an amazing deck. They only had a limited number available, so I don't know if you can get that deck. It's a good deck to get. I'm not trying to sell decks here, but this is a really good deck. I really enjoy it. Alright, next up we have Tarot Vampires by Ian Daniels. Here's the backs. I edged mine in a red. And let me check the glare here. There we go. Now this one I'm not called to very often to use. I've only worked with it a couple times. The guidebook is really deep. I've tried to dive into it a few times, and I don't know, that Tree of Life is something else. I think I want to learn the Marseille system first before I dive into That guidebook is just something a little difficult for me right now. But it does read good if you just use it as a standard reader. But trying to digest that guidebook is something. It's really deep to me. If I wanted to just do a deep dive on the deck, though, I believe I'd be all right and I'd be able to get it. Just right now, when I'm trying to study other systems and trying to take on this guidebook is a lot. So one day I'll just do a deep dive study on just this deck and the guidebook, and I think it'll be better. So that was the Tarot of Vampires by Ian Daniels. I'm going to set this one on the floor because I don't have much room over there on the side anymore. Okay, next up is the Antiquities of Magic, excuse me. Comes with a little guidebook. I edged mine in a black, and here's the backs. This is on a matte cardstock, so it shouldn't glare at all. Gives you the name of the image and then keywords like lizard renewal. This is a good little deck. It pairs really well with other tarot decks. I love the imagery. It's beautiful. Can use this one all year round. It's a good reader. This is mass market. It's really good. Okay, that's the Antiquities of Magic Oracle. Next up, we have the Moonlight Tarot. Edge mine in a black. Here's the backs. The Emperor, the Hermit, the World. This is one of my favorite, most beautiful decks. I absolutely love the artwork on this deck. And it reads really good. Does not come with a guidebook, but that's okay. Pretty much reads pretty much RWS. I don't know, I just love this deck. I haven't worked with it in a minute, but I remember it reads really good. I pull it out year round. It's really good for this season too, though. I'm excited to work with it again. Good for autumn and spooky season. Beautiful artwork. Stunning. I love the dark backgrounds with the bright colors. It just pops. Queen of Swords. Two of Wands. Alright, so that's the Moonlight Tarot. See if I can get this back in there. There we go. Alright, next up we have the Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle. This comes with a good guidebook. Just gives you a page for each card. Edge mine in a black. Here's the backs. See if I'm glaring. No. Okay. Love the artwork in these cards. They're beautiful. Beautiful colors, beautiful images. Goes good this season. Of course, I use it. I've been using it since I've got it. It's a beautiful reader. Comes with a keyword. Pairs well with other decks. I forget the name of the deck that I pair it with all the time. Heartful Spirits, I believe it's called. They go really well together. Love this deck. Seen it on a lot of people's channels. It's a really popular deck. Alright. So that's the Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle deck. Great reader. It's mass market. Easily accessible. Next up, we have the Practical Magic Inner Witch Tarot. This one comes with a good guidebook. It's kind of hard to read because the letters are in gold on black. I can read it okay, but I can see where some people might have a problem with it. Comes with some extra cards. It's edged in a gold, and here's the backs. Beautiful deck again with the black background and the stark colors, the popping colors, which I love. This is a beautiful deck. Beautiful, beautiful. Not sure how it reads. I've only read with it a couple times, and it was a little bit difficult, but I can see where working with it I would do a lot better. So I'm excited to work with it this season. I like the elemental symbols on it. I like to read elementally. Love the artwork. And I know I'm going to get used to reading with it. I just didn't give it enough tries. It wasn't really calling to me at all. I read with it maybe twice, and then I put it up for autumn, Halloween. So I'm really going to put some time into it, because I know it's going to be a good reader. Just a matter of putting the effort in. So that was the Practical Magic Inner Witch Tarot. Alright, next is the Nicoletta Ciccoli. Comes with a little white book. Oops, sorry, I bumped the camera. Edge mine in a pink. Or supposedly it was supposed to be red to match that, but anyway. Beautiful artwork. Kind of a hard reader, but it just takes getting some used to. This is an all year round reader. I've worked with it some. Like I say, it just takes getting some used to. I'm excited to work with it this season. I'd like to do something different with this deck. I am going to make some tiles out of the mini. I just have not started that yet. I've been so busy. But I'm going to work on it. So that was the Nicoletta Ciccoli Tarot. next up, I thought this would be fun for Halloween, is the Blacklight Tarot. Had a lot of fun with this deck. I have a horror story as well. Not really a horror story. For me it was, though. It's not edged right now because, if you notice, there's no borders. This is one of the first decks I bought when I started getting into tarot. And it's the Blacklight Tarot, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that, from Tarot Collectibles. Did I show you the backs? There's the backs. And I thought I had to edge it because everybody was edging their decks. And I didn't edge any of the extra cards. I edged the deck. And I edged it in a black, and it bled so terribly that it basically ruined the deck. So I had to cut the edges off. And it's borderless now. But it does shuffle well. It was a good trim job. But I had to get all the borders off. And that's why it has no borders on it. It ruined the deck. It made all the borders brown. I didn't know what I was doing. But I did do a good trim job on it, and it's all even. But look at the colors, and it pops in under a black light, and it's fun to read with. And I thought it'd be fun during Halloween or during the darker months to read with. I've had a lot of fun with this deck. And really, without the borders, it still reads just fine. It's a good deck. And it shuffles good. I mean, I can show you. So it's still a good shuffler. No, I didn't edge the extra cards that came with it, like somebody who's had half a brain. I just started right out on the deck. I'll get that later. Anyway, next up, we have the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle. Now this one I have not worked with a whole lot. It comes with a pretty decent sized guidebook. Comes edged in a red metallic. Here's the backs. And it's on a glossy stock. Let's see if I can get this not to glare. There we go. I just not have been called to this since last year, and I did work with it a few times last year, but I had just gotten it towards the end of the season and didn't feel called to use it very often, so I'm excited to work with this season. Got a lot of dark, creepy images in it. Looks like it'll work out good for the season. Looks perfect for Halloween, so I'm excited. Alright, that was the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. And we're getting to the bottom here. Let me get a drink. Alright, next up, I have the Iris Tarot. This one I pulled out of Purgatory as well, because I want to give it another chance. I edged mine in a blue. Here's the backs. And it seems like it'll work good for the Halloween season and autumn. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. Does not come with a guidebook. It's just I was never called to use it, and I've had it, oh gosh, it seems like a couple of years now. It's now on Kickstarter. The second edition is. I'm going to give it another shot and see if I'm drawn to it and how it reads. I don't really remember how my readings were the first time. It's been so long. Maybe I've only had it a year. I can't really remember. It seems like a couple years. But each of the suits are colored different, and then the majors are rainbow color. It's beautiful. It's matte. It shuffles good. I'm going to give it another try and see how I get on with it. It's a really thick deck. It's a matte cardstock. I don't know if I told you that. That didn't work out too well. Let's see. Just kind of sticky, that's all, which I don't mind that. I can get by with that. So I'm excited to work with that again, see how it reads. And then I have the Raven's Prophecy. Comes with a big guidebook. I edge mine in orange. Here's the backs. It comes on a glossy stock. I didn't trim it. I actually don't mind the orange borders. This one reads really good. I haven't worked with it in a few months, so it's an all year round reader, but especially good around Halloween because the colors, and it's kind of a dark deck for the darker months of the year. But I love the way it reads, and I love this deck. Okay, so that was the Raven's Prophecy. And we're on our last deck. Last but not least, we have the Deck of the Odd. This is a gorgeous deck. Comes with a good guidebook here, like a little white book, but it gives you a little more information than a little white book would. You get a page with each card. And it's still in order. Here's the sides and here's the backs. It's a collage deck. Love it. I have not read with it yet. I haven't had it that long. I wanted to leave it in order so that I could show you a walkthrough here. I know I'm skipping around, but I'll do a proper walkthrough maybe after this video. I love the images. I'm getting to where I love collage decks. It's cute. Look at that. Oh, looked like a Shih Tzu. I had some Shih Tzus. And that was the Deck of the Odd. And that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a wonderful day and wonderful Halloween, wonderful holiday season. And I appreciate you watching, and I hope you come back to see me. And just stay chill. Talk to you later. Bye.